welcome back to my channel. So if you are seeing this video, today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to everyone, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today. I'm going to try to do a simple everyday mommy makeup routine. This is kind of like the makeup I would throw on if I'm just kind of wanting to feel pretty walking around my house, you know, so it lasts all day. It's sweat proof, it's play proof. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So first I'm just going to start with my NYX micro brow pencil, and I have mine in the shade Chocolate. I am in love with this brow pencil, you guys. Like, I fell in love with my ABH pencil for a while, and oh my gosh, I just fell in love with that pencil. So like, now that I'm using this one, I feel like I'm cheating on my ABH pencil. I'm gonna go in with this flat brush. I'm just gonna go in with the Tame and Frame brow pomade, and I have this in the shade Chocolate. So the reason why I am going in with pomade instead of just doing a pure pencil brow, in my opinion, a pomade does help your brows last a little longer. Like when I'm running around with my children, and my children do touch my eyebrows, they rub my face. My son, my oldest son, he likes to like get real close and look at my lashes, like, what are those things on your eyes, mommy? And so I definitely think pomade and a brow mascara definitely help your brows last all day. I know my brows look super crazy, and I think I am the only person on YouTube whose brows be looking this sad at the beginning. It's just because I'm just not really good at brows, so sometimes I just kind of have to overdo them in order to make them look as perfect as I would like. The carving part is all that matters in my opinion. So it's like losing weight, you know? Wear your waist trainer, you eat good, shape that body. So I'm just gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this one is in the shade Vanilla. See, look, just trimming her down, you know, making sure she wear her corset, giving her some body. FYI, I am wearing pants, just in case anybody's feeling a little judgmental.
They be like, hey Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's black.
Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take this Real Techniques 421 brush, and I like to just kind of blend out the concealer just a tad so I can see what I'm working with. It helps me figure out what needs to be like corrected and like added to, so it's just what I'm gonna do right now. So I just kind of am going to take the Access concealer on my brush just to kind of like prime my lids a little bit. I think I'm just gonna play with this Colourpop Sweet Talk palette. This is one of my favorite palettes from them. So I'm just gonna take this pretty brown. It's in the shade West Side. I'm just going to put that in my crease and blend upwards. So I'm just going to go in with this lighter brown in the shade Work It and just put that in my crease. I'm just going to go in with this kind of fluffier brush, and I'm just going to dabble into West Side again gently just to kind of blend it out a little bit more. I'm going to dip into this pretty like shimmery pink bronzy shade. It's called Melody. Gonna start right here, just kind of tap very gorgeous, and I'm just gonna kind of almost create like a cut crease with it. What I like to do is I like to get a lot of it on the tip of the brush and kind of just push it into my crease, my natural eye crease, and then that kind of helps me know like where I'm going with it. I'm just going to take another kind of flat brush, spray it. I'm going to dabble into this pretty gold shimmer shade. It is called Early Morning. I'm just going to kind of add that like at the front of the eye. I'm not going to drag it all the way, just kind of on the front portion. glitter is very bittersweet for me because it's like, oh my gosh, so messy, but it's so pretty. I'm just gonna kind of gently just kind of like blend it with the shimmer shade. So I just kind of drag and just kind of like, you know, just gently gonna drag it over just a tad bit because I kind of only want it in the corner. I'm gonna take this brush. I think this is the brush we use for the light one. I'm just gonna dabble into that darker shade, mix it with the lighter shade, and I'm just gonna kind of darken up the edge of the eye. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be back. I've cleaned up the shadow. If you see a little glitter on my face, that is because glitter.
12 seconds later.
So lashes are on. I do really love these lashes. For some reason, I don't know why they look different. They're not different. Maybe because this one took a couple of coats of glue to actually finally stick. These are some of my favorite lashes. I just feel like they definitely just take my look every time from just like regular to just so va va voom. Definitely my favorite lash when I am doing more of a simple eyeshadow look. So to hydrate the skin, I'm just gonna go in with my Fourth Ray Beauty strawberry seed oil. Fourth Ray Beauty strawberry face milk. I'm just gonna do a little hydration really fast. I definitely need it. I love this face milk by Fourth Ray Beauty. I also have, if you watch my videos, you've seen it before, but I also have the coconut version. The coconut one is actually my favorite, but I thought I'd switch it up today. I just love the way it feels on the skin. I just love how it makes my skin look so glowy. Next, I'm going to go in with my Catrice Prime and Fine primer water spray. It just helps my products stick to my face a lot better. This is a really good primer water. It says it prepares the skin, improves makeup wear, and refreshes complexion. I agree with all of those claims. I love this primer water. I've been using it for like a couple weeks now, and it's just amazing. Next, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Dewy Face Primer. This is actually my first time using this. Sealed. So this is my first time using it. I'm excited to use it. Hold on. Why is it? Did I get the wrong? Okay. This is a color. I didn't know it was a color, which makes me a little bit nervous. Wow. I used way too much. Oh my gosh. It is really glowy though. In person, I feel like I look like the Tin Man. I don't know what I was thinking. I could just wipe some of it off, but I feel like we're already here, so I'm just gonna continue to take this L. I do like the glowiness of it though. I do like that shine. I'm very into glitter, illumination. I'm definitely into those things, so I'm not disappointed. Just, I was not prepared. Next, I did want to go in with my No Problem primer. I'm just gonna add that to the tip of my nose and my cheeks where I have the most pores. Our base is definitely looking smooth. I was going to add this just for some glow. I think I'm gonna skip out on this because it just went down. I don't know what y'all think. Should I just leave it alone? I think I'm just leave it alone. I don't know. I kind of want to do what I want to do. Okay, we're just gonna add a little bit, just a smidge. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Colourpop So Glow Oil. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit and put it on my little, well, it was flat before my children did something to it, kabuki brush. Just a little bit like that. Let it soak in, and then I'm gonna just dabble it all over my face. Just look at that pretty bronze. Like, look how, oh, I love this. Really like to do this on special occasions, just when I want extra, you know, just pop of attention. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, I would probably go outside like this. Don't judge me. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my Holy Grail Covergirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I have mine in the shade M10. Just gonna take my E.L.F. Total Face Sponge and just pump that on there a couple times. Now, this foundation is super amazing for those you know, long days where you just need something to stick and stay, especially on warmer days. I am here and I just want to put on something beautiful and look glam. I definitely love to use this foundation because I want it to last through my whole day with my children. It's phenomenal. This foundation is great. I've been using this foundation since like last summer and I love every bit of it. So next for concealer, I'm just going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Waterproof Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Vanilla. And add that to my under eye. So right now, my go-to, I'm just going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Deep to do my contour with. My deeper contour, I should say. Just giving myself a lip job and a nose job. Just gonna take this E.L.F. buffing foundation brush and just blend the darker shade out first. I like to blend the darker shade out first because it just, if it's too much, I can always use the lighter contour to kind of like dye it down a little. So I'm just gonna take the lighter shade now, just kind of blend it out. I always overuse this concealer. I never need that much. Look at that, it's way too much. That is way too light. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna first of all make the contour kind of seep into that a little bit more to help dark, just kind of like tone it down just as much as I can because yowzers, the hell. I'm just gonna blend out my nose contour. This is the triangular shape, just helps me really like focus that concealer on the nose area. It helps me, and then I just go in with my face sculpting brush from E.L.F. and I just kind of, it helps me, this one helps me blend more, you know. So I'm gonna blend, blend, blend. Take my sponge and kind of blend that white out. It's pretty good. And then do that lower lip contour. Also, what I just did was, this is the side of the sponge I used to do my foundation with. My foundation is darker than that concealer, so it's going to help mix the two products, mix the colors, and just kind of dye down. I think I just used too much. I do love that. So far it's looking really, really cute. So I'm just gonna take my sponge, just kind of clean up that contour with the rest of the concealer that is on the sponge. It just cleans that up really nicely on like a gentle tip, you know. So I'm just gonna go in with my Holy Grail NYX HD finishing powder. So it looks like in the shade Banana. Got it right. And I just kind of, I just love this powder. I think it sets my concealer like absolutely beautifully. Okay, to set my bronzer, I'm going to use Old Faithful, which is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Deep. Yep, I have mine in the shade Deep. Just going to take an angled brush like this and just kind of set that darker contour. I'm going to take my Colourpop. I'm going to go on my Collab Loose Setting. I like this sponge to do my powder with because it has like the cute little pointy end. You can just fit it right up there. Take this little brush right here. So then I'm going to take my ABH powder. So the ABH powder just kind of gives me like a smooth finish. The Collab powder is really good for like sweat. So I'm just going to take the same little powder brush and just kind of dust setting mist. And I'm going to spray the sponge as well as my face. We're just going to set the powder. So I'm going to take the Colourpop Super. It's like a really pretty like mauvey brown color. And just like the pretty like naturalness that gives my nose. So to smoke out the lower lash line, I'm just going to go. So I'm just going to kind of take this really small brush. I don't know what this is for. And I'm going to dip into I'm going to try Melody to add that to my waterline. I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and just coat my bottom lashes. I love like the angle of this brush. It just makes it so much more easier. And like so the bottom bristles right here are really tiny. So I'm just gonna go in with the Rodeo Drive. So then I'm going to take my E.L.F. Dewy Setting Mist and just kind of set that face. So last but not least, to set my brows, I'm just going to go in with my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Just to add like a little bit more luminosity, I guess. So I'm just going to take this LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner and I have mine in the shade. Of course, I'm going to do a brown lip. Of course. I know I'm super basic. Lip liner and I have my of the applicator on here. Not funny. I always drop my stuff on camera. So now I'm just gonna go on my Maybelline. So then I'm just gonna take the NYX Butter Gloss Stay Matte Ink and just kind of add that just to like the center. Mine is in the shade 55 Driver. It's perfect. So of course I'm going to also incorporate my favorite step, and that is just add a smidge of So I just get a little bit of concealer and I just add it to the center of my lips. I just like how it just kind of adds like an ombre effect. Alright, you guys, that pretty much concludes our quick Mother's Day, just chilling around the house, being a mommy, a makeup look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had so Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment if you have any questions or if you just want to say hello. And don't forget to hit that bell button so that you are notified to everyone. I will see you guys.